Many Americans never stop to consider who is the mastermind behind the McDonald's empire. We just see McDonald's as a typical fast food joint on the corner, but never see McDonald's as the entrepreneurial wonder it is. Ray Kroc is the man behind McDonald's, and therefore is considered the father of fast food. His fast food journey first started in the 1950s when he first made his money off selling milkshake mixers. One day he went and visited one of his clients, the original McDonald's in California. He was astonished by McDonald's and bought their rights to the company immediately. His first order of business was to master and create the perfect fry. He sent men out all over the nation to find the perfect potatoes. He learned how to store and cook them so they were constantly perfect. He even invented a potato computer which calibrated the perfect cooking temperature for each batch of fries. This was considered the first food revolution. Mass production of food had a very great mass appeal. But we are in need of a second revolution. Many people die annually from obesity-related diseases, and a huge part of this epidemic is due to the overconsumption of unhealthy fast food. Many of us just stuff our faces with greasy foods and never question what really goes on into making a fry. Making a fry is a complicated process. Potatoes are harvested, washed, cured, peeled, sliced, and then blanked. Blank is when you cook the fry long enough that it gets light and fluffy, but not cooked too much so the fry gets too soft and break. Then fries are dried, deep fried, frozen, and then deep fried again. What a complicated process for one little fry. At the beginning of this process, potatoes are usually 80%, and after all these combined actions, the fry is dehydrated completely, and all this water is replaced with fat. Replacing water in foods with fat is not uncommon today. Most food is now combined with fat, sugar, or salt, which makes it unhealthy. Fries, though, go to a new level of unhealthiness. They are deep fried and therefore completely absorb all of the fat. The problem with deep frying is that deep frying makes them so addicting. They're soft on the inside and crispy golden brown on the outside. The average American eats about 30 pounds of fries per year. Not only are they addicting, but fries aren't as healthy now as they used to be. They used to be cooked in animal fat. This was stopped, though, in 1990 because of a cholesterol concern. They stopped using animal oil and turned to vegetable oil. This invented a process called hydrogenation, which then produced trans fats. Trans fats are fats that stay in your body and can never be burned off. Trans fats aren't only in fast food. They're also in cookies, chips, crackers, and many processed foods. As many people are dying annually and big businesses are getting sued over this, why don't people change it? You could cook fries in different oils. Canola oil is high in monounsaturated fats, what are good fats, which are 10 times better for you than saturated and trans fats. Also, fat and oil substitutes are being invented. Appides is an oil substitute that gives you the taste, but not the cholesterol and trans fats of animal and vegetable oils. Olestra is also a fat substitute that has been invented. It's already in a lot of other foods, but it has gotten a bad rap for having gastrointestinal problems caused in the past, but recent experiments say that this isn't the case. Too much olestra is a bad thing, but that can be said for anything. People from Auburn University have also tried to help and tried to fix the hamburger about a decade ago. They decided that they should add more water to the hamburger and take out more fat to make it leaner and healthier. If the fat wasn't there, they needed something else to hold the water into the meat. They came up with the idea of seaweed, or specifically carrageen. Carrageen is the stuff responsible for keeping the chocolate and the milk mixed in your chocolate milk. This idea worked, and they invented the AU burger. People started actually liking this burger better than regular burgers in taste tests. It shows you can cut the fat cuts out of things, and people will never know. McDonald's liked this idea and tried to put it on the market. They called this burger the McLean. The McLean failed, though, because people don't like to think that they're eating something healthy. One of the main reasons we are attracted to fries and fast food is because we have been culturally raised that it is bad for us, and we should eat a restricted amount of it. You always want something more that you can't have. They did a test on children and put them in a room with junk food. The children on a typically more restricted diet went crazy and ate 10 times more junk food because they had access to food that they usually didn't get. We need to break the cultural idea that unhealthy things taste good and that these unhealthy foods are a delicacy. We need to stop seeing them as a reward. We are in need of that second food revolution. We need another food pioneer. For the sake of the country, we need another Ray Kroc.